Tonight, Little Rock firefighters negotiating for changes to their work schedules.
It's been a sticking point in city budget talks and now has union leaders frustrated.
THV 11's Carter Thweed tells us what they want and where this process is now.
Spending the past few weeks on whether or not we change the firefighter schedule from 24 hours on to 48 hours off to 48 hours on and 96 hours off.
That was Little Rock Mayor Frank Scott Jr. just before Christmas, talking about what was holding up the city passing its 2025 budget. A few days later, a budget did pass that met firefighters' demands with regards to money, but they continue to push for a new schedule.
Departments that go to it, nobody ever goes back because, people almost immediately see the benefits to it.
Matthew Stallings, president of the Little Rock Firefighters Union, says the 48-96 schedule would give firefighters more time at home with their families.
This is a very stressful job, and so having the ability to actually decompress on your time off, that means a lot. And it means a lot to a lot of people on this job. And that's why it's something that's worth fighting for.
And it seems like by a fairly slim margin, other firefighters agree. In a survey commissioned by the city of Little Rock, about 57% of firefighters said they'd prefer the 48-96 schedule.
We had, mediators had to come in and they helped both parties, reach a fair resolution. And so now we're waiting on the city to give us an answer.
We reached out to the city of Little Rock, and spokesman Aaron Sadler provided us with this statement. It says, in part, this is solely driven by a disagreement about scheduling, which could potentially create staffing shortages at fire stations. And it goes on to say that the city is currently weighing all its options and hearing from the mediators that Stallings mentioned.
Ordinarily, it's the fire department decides they want to do it because it doesn't really have an effect on the city. It doesn't create staffing issues. If anything, other cities use it as a recruiting tool, and we could too.
In Little Rock, Carter Thweet, THV 11 News.
Carter, thank you. And the union president says recruiting is also a factor in all of this. According to data he shared, in 2019, the LRFD had more than 1,000 applicants. Last year, that number dropped to below 300. No word on when there could be a resolution.